All right, half a day, everybody, and welcome back to the show. The National Association of Social Workers will host the annual Regional Social Work Conference from the 19th through the 21st. Two good friends of the show are here right now, Dr. Lisa Natividad and social worker Diana Komiyama. Ladies, half a day.
Half a day.
Half a day. Okay, so Diana, what is the theme for this year's conference, and is there a central focus that it concentrates on?
Yeah, so this year's theme is, we're piggybacking off of last year. I'm focusing on Micronesia, but specifically it's going to be entitled Behavioral Health in Micronesia, Challenges and Opportunities for Social Workers.
Now, what are some of those challenges and opportunities that they can face?
Well, there's an influx with different brothers and sisters from the region that come here, and one of the things is how do we address that? How do we address their needs as they come here and make Guam either their home or their resting spot as they go elsewhere? And some of the social worker needs could also be education, public assistance, housing, and other areas as well.
Now, Dr. Natividad, I'm curious. Within the scope of social work, maybe as a practice on Guam, like at UOG, that's always a very thriving major. They always have several graduates every spring.
Yes.
Are our friends from the other islands and our neighbors in Micronesia, like you said, Diana, how is social work practiced on the other islands, and how does that differentiate between how it's practiced locally?
That's a really good question, because one of the things that we found, and Diana actually was a student in a class that about 19 of us went to CHUC to learn about their service delivery system. And it's been something that we've paid a lot of attention to throughout the region. And the reality is, there's very, very few social work positions. As a matter of fact, in the whole Federated States of Micronesia, there isn't even one job title, social worker. So one of the projects that my students in my communities class this semester is working on is in marketing the social work profession to the region, because the reality is the community needs social workers, right? And so in the absence of the positions, you're hiring people that are not trained or qualified as social workers. And so that creates an issue. So we're really heightening the whole need for establishing those positions, because as communities, we all need social workers, Guam included, right? And I also wanted to mention that as part of our definition of Micronesia, it is inclusive of Guahan as well. Okay,
and would that include training, almost making UOG like the hub of social work education, and then they would branch out towards the other,
It's really funny, because we've done field play. This summer our students are going to go to Palau, and we have an alumni from our program who'll be facilitating that. As well, there's about 3 social workers who are from CHUC, who have returned to CHUC, who are not in social work positions in CHUC, but that are doing social work. And they also, we're working with them for another trip in spring. So we have sort of our community of grads who've really doing instrumental work in their communities throughout Micronesia.
How large, I'm curious, is the National Association of Social Work locally? Because here we get a great number of press releases, and they say, hey, we'll be having this conference, or there's a breakout session or a workshop or something like that, and it seems like it's a very thriving community.
Well, right now we have registered. I say that it's 83.
That's good.
That is good, and that's one of the things with NASW nationwide is the retention. And so the fact that we have 83 is great. We also have people who are transferring their membership from other places in the mainland to Guam. So that's always great.
You guys are challenging the Board of Accountancy for most members and everything.
Actually, the Psychology Association is one example, but we all work very closely together. But just to piggyback off of that, NASW National has over 150,000 members. So you can really understand the base behind NASW, especially nationally, where their headquarters are based. Their national office alone has over 200 employees. There's a team of about 7 lobbyists, 3 or 4 attorneys. So we're really a leg and extension of a very big enterprise that we're very fortunate to be a part of.
Okay, so before we go to commercial break, where can people register for the event, and is there any cost?
There is. We actually can send out registration packets. And if you would like, you can email it to naswgu@gmail.com. And the registration fees follow. For students, it's $150. For presenters, it's $150. For just regular membership, it's $200. And all others are going to be $250. And I know it's a little bit pricey, but we have not raised it in over 5 years. So that's another thing too. It's going to be well worth it.
Social workers do not believe in inflation, in other words.
Right.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
We are real big on subsidies.
There you go. And grants.
Yeah.
Okay, well, ladies, thank you so much for the information, and good luck. We'll see you at the event.
Thank you.
All right, and that was our show. Thank you so much for watching. From all of us here at the KUM crew in Harmon, take care, Guam, and good night.